You're watching Experience Comic Culture and Sales, streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
Jesus! You're watching Kickin It With Onrie. We got a great show for you guys tonight, so stick around, because once you see the comics I'll be throwing up on these boards, that's exactly what you're going to say. You're going to be like, Jesus! What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Kickin It With Onrie, the live shopping show. I'm your host, Onrie Compan, and it's great to be here with you guys this beautiful evening. This entire week has been very rewarding in the sense that it's great to finally be able to fulfill a lot of my Kickstarter obligations. And I always want to get things out faster, but not before they're completed. And so it took me a little time to get everything together, get the resources together to get all our variant covers done. But we got them out there. And as of today, we are now 53% completed with all of our Kickstarter fulfillment. And I couldn't be happier. Still have about 100 packages to ship out. So that's something I'm going to try and get through as much of this week and next as possible, so that we can hit that 100% fulfillment number and focus on getting everything ready for our Warline campaign. And I just hired some new artists to do variant covers this week. I'm going to hold off a little bit until we have finalized concepts, but one of them is already been approved to go to inks. The other two artists I'm working with, one of them is somebody you guys are probably very familiar with, so looking forward to it. Now for tonight's board here, I have the Alex Ross Timeless covers, like that song by Cyndi Lauper. If you fall, I will catch you. All right, Timeless covers. We got them all on the bottom row here, and I got a bunch more. In fact, a new one just came out today. I absolutely love these Alex Ross covers. So I'm going to showcase every one of them, and I really would love to move them all in one lump sum. And we got some key books here, too, out of these. So we'll start with the bottom one. And as always, the same deal. You spend $25 with me, you get to spin the wheel. You spend $50, you get free shipping on your order. That's for domestic orders only. International orders, if you hit $50, you get a second spin. So the first book we got here, it has the Green Goblin on the cover. It's actually Hallows Eve #1, and it's going to go for $10. So $10 on this. What's up, Stevie B? How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. Got some, by the way, the boards we're going to be building tonight, this is all clearance stuff that I need to blow out. Got a lot of shipping bills getting all this stuff out to all my Kickstarter backers. So, having money to cover that, expenses is really necessary and helpful. So got a lot of stuff here that I want to clear out, and we got some great deals tonight. Next book we got here features Mystique on the cover. We have Rogue Gambit #1. This is going to go for $10. And what I like so much about these timeless covers, not only are they beautifully illustrated and just make such an incredible display when you just have them all, not even graded, just framed. I mean, these are just such sensational covers. What a brilliant idea. And then we got Mephisto. Oh, the other thing I was going to comment on was the fact that every single villain who's on every cover somehow associates with the comic. It's not like just, this is, the Mystique that would be on a Spider-Man cover, So we got Mephisto here on Scarlet Witch 3, because Mephisto is more like a Scarlet Witch villain now, so this is pretty cool. And this series has actually been really good. So we got the Mephisto going for 10, Scarlet Witch #3. Sorry, guys, I'm also fighting off a cough. Quit fondling my package and mail it already. Well, actually, I have to say, here was the situation. So I didn't order any foil covers when I went and got those variants, because I didn't think anybody got them. I looked at the tier, and no one actually got the foil cover. So I thought, okay, I don't need any foil covers then. That takes a load off. And sure enough, there were people who actually wanted it, and so I just put in an order for like 50 units. So we're doing a really limited print run. As soon as I'm done with Kickstarter fulfillment, as soon as we hit 100%, I'm going to put all those Yushin Shin variants up for sale on the shows and everything. And I've also numbered every single book. Everything that I sent out to my Kickstarter backers is also not signed. And the reason why I did that is because if you're going to get like a CGC, like if you want to get these books graded and you want a signature series, then you want a CGC witness to mark it down. I don't have a publisher's account set up. I know Ted does, and so I'm looking to possibly do that because I'm looking to get more stuff graded. But I want to see what happens because we sent off the Frank Uzan Warline covers to CGC back at C2E2, and I want to see what those come back as. If I get a good grade on those books, if I get good grades on all those books, if they all come back like 9.8s, then I'll totally do that. But if I get a book back that's like, this is a 9.2 and this is an 8.9, I'll be really ticked off. I want high grades. But we'll see what happens. So we got the scrolls on the cover of Fantastic Four number 4. This again is going to go for $10, $10 on this one too. And then I got Miles Morales, Spider-Man number 4. We got Scorpion on the cover here. What a beautiful book. $10. What's up, Backwoods Collector? How you doing? And then I got Jean Grey on the cover of X-Men number 20. It's going to go for $10, $10 on this. And I got Black Cat on the cover of Mary Jane Black Cat number 4, going for $10. And then I got Avengers number 66, featuring Ultron on the cover. It's going to go for $10. And also, if you guys didn't notice, the theme tonight is also villains. So all these covers are villain covers. And then I got Emma Frost on the cover of Wolverine number 31, also going for $10. And then I got Kang the Conqueror, my man Kang, Avengers number 15, going for $10. So did you guys hear about what's possibly happening with Jonathan Majors? Apparently he's not going to be Kang anymore. Here's what they should really do. They should hire Kevin Hart to play his Kang. That would be so perfect. If they just show him and be like, it's like, that'd be great. I would love to see Kevin Hart as Kang the Conqueror. Look at all these vegan generous steampunk covers. Wait, you want to put what where? That's horrible! I got Captain America, Symbol of Truth number 11, going for $10. And it's got the Red Skull. Here I am making Jewish jokes with the Nazi on the cover. There's not Nazi on it, it's Hydra. That's even worse than being a Nazi. Your mom's worse. No, just JD, do it. Do it. Come on. There we go. It's perfect timing. You can't go 20 minutes on this show without me getting canceled. That's the best part about it. So cannot get canceled. I'm so unsure. All right. The next book we got here has Juggernaut. This Juggernaut's actually really badass. Captain Marvel number 47, going for $10. And then I got Dormammu on the cover of Doctor Strange number 1. I just picked this up today. This is a really great. I really like Jed McKay's run on Strange, which is actually up here. And now Doctor Strange is back. So he just launched Doctor Strange number 1, and I think number 2 just came out. So I picked up the most recent books. But I'll have that run for sale in just a moment here. Have you been offended by any Krompen? You may be entitled to compensation. Call David. No, do not call David Moore. No. I am entitled to compensation, so you can address all your concerns to me. And here's what I do. I have a great support group, and we can all just sit down together and be happy and, just talk about how we all want more money so we can go buy more comics. All right, Doctor Strange #1 is going for $10. See how I kind of loop that around? It's a good thing I have an attorney like Chris Steiskell. Otherwise, I'd have to hire Dr. Octopus. All right, so we got Dr. Octopus on Spider-Man #7. This is actually the first appearance of Spider-Boy. Spider-Boy! It's the feel does not approve of Spider-Boy. The feel doesn't like it. All right, what's going on here? Robert, I already shipped out everything to you on Monday, so your package is out. If you want, I can send you your tracking number. You can message me on Facebook, or you could just email me, and I can send you your tracking number. But yeah, I shipped everything out on Monday, so you can start a new box, or if you want to wait until you get your first box in, just make sure you're happy with everything. Just let me know. But I packed it myself, and I took extra good care. I wanted to make sure you get your books in one piece. And thank you so much for your business last week. I appreciate that. You got to read those alien. You got to read that alien graphic novel and tell me what you think. That's an obligation right there. We charge $1 million bolivars per call long distance. Yeah, Stevie B, I agree with you, man. That would be really cool if they did it for DC too. That would be badass. Hopefully we'll get that. So we got Spider-Man 7. This is going to go for $15 today. $15 on this. Now, here's the deal here. Most of these books are all $10 books. Actually, I would just say round it all off and say they're all $10. This one's $15. So that brings our total to $145 for all of these books here. But I'll tell you what, if we can make a deal right now, I'll go from $145 down to $120. $120 to clear off the entire bottom row, and that would be a huge winner. It'd take $25 off. I'm going to give you free shipping on your order, and you get a spin on the wheel. Matter of fact, if you do this, because it's a lot of money down, I'll give you 2 spins on the wheel. And you can pick the time when we do that. We won't do them back-to-back, or we could do them back-to-back. We'll do it back-to-back. That just makes it easier. Back-to-back. Doc Ock needs a new barber. Yeah, his mom still just puts a bowl on his head and cuts around. But actually, I like his haircut. It's what distinguishes him. It's what distinguishes him. It's the perfect. I actually thought the only it was done really well in the Spider-Man PS4 game. But Alfred Molina, obviously, he just knocks it out of the park. But that's actually, I like that depiction of Dr. Octopus, the weird haircut. It's, he's not meant to fit in with society. That's why he becomes a supervillain, is because he's such an outcast. If you see some of these guys who, end up, doing all these crazy things, they're not people who meld well into society necessarily. So I actually like that haircut more. It makes him look like more deranged. And if anybody gets their haircut by just putting a bowl over their head and cutting around, I'm really sorry if I offended you. I didn't mean to do that at all. I mean, I don't even have hair. I'm not even allowed to make those kind of jokes. I'm sorry if I offended you. Just, call my lawyer and shut up! All right, let's go here. We got Strange #1, Strange #2, #3, #4, #5, #6, #7, #8, #9, and #10. The whole run right here. And what's really cool about this run is it's Doctor Strange's wife, Clea. She decides after his death to become the Sorcerer Supreme. So she takes on that mantle, and then Doctor Doom comes to the Sanctum Sanctorum, and he tries to take the power or that title from her, and she basically puts him in place. And he leaves, and she begins this mission to like challenge death to a fight in order to free the soul of Doctor Strange so that she can bring her husband back to life. And it's really well done. It's a love story, and it's a really well done love story. I really enjoyed this run by Jed MacKay, and the art in here is just really fantastic. The covers are great too. And these are all the 8 covers. This is from my personal collection. I really enjoyed these books. Sad to see them go, but I'm happy to help them find a new home and readers who will take care of it. This is going to go for $50 tonight, and free shipping on this set of books too, and spin on the wheel. And keep in mind, when I say free shipping, that means you can just keep adding stuff, and I will ship it for free. I promise you. If we work out a deal, I'll hook you up. I have The Other History of the DC Universe. This is done by John Ridley and Giuseppe Camuncoli, Andrea. I'm not even going to say this. It's Coochie, okay? Look, that's the name right there. It's a Coochie. No, it's a Coochie. It's not Coochie. Coochie, rah. Come on, cancel me. I deserve it now. This is going on too long. We got to be out in the game tonight, JD. Come on. There we go. Gosh. All right. Gucci's book's going for $5 tonight. Normally it is $7, but I'm going to take $2 off because I want to get this book into your collection. It's David Moore saying 1-800 canceled for complaints. No one knows what hair is anyway. And a Flowbee. How the show is still going is beyond me. I have no idea. All right. Next book we got here. I actually have to thank Tori for this. She watches my CBSN shows, and sometimes she pops in here. But usually our show starts really late at night for her, so she's usually in bed at this point. But she was the one who encouraged me to get this book. It is the Joe Jusko variant for She-Hulk #1. This is the series that was launched last year. And they ran a really good deal on this. So they also guaranteed a 9.8 from CGC. So I grabbed one of these. And what's really cool about this book is not only did it come back a 9.8, thank you, Clan McDonald, but it also they also remarked it for having a memoriam to David Anthony Kraft in here. For those of you guys who don't know, David Anthony Kraft was the lead creator on She-Hulk after Stan Lee. So Stan Lee created the concept of a She-Hulk, and he wrote that first issue and created a base number of characters, and then left to go do other things, because the whole purpose of creating She-Hulk was to make sure that a rival TV network didn't create a She-Hulk because there was a Hulk TV show. So Marvel wanted to own that, so they just created a base character. But David Anthony Kraft, who actually co-wrote Isun Shin with me and was my mentor in comics, and everything I know about comics and publishing is because of David Anthony Kraft. He actually took the reins and he gave She-Hulk her story. Now, the TV show from Disney Plus had pretty much absolutely nothing to do with his run on She-Hulk. So if you weren't a fan of the TV show, don't use that as a barometer for judging the source material. Read the original run of Savage She-Hulk, which is what Dak did. And this current run is actually really great. This is a great She-Hulk run too. I think they're on like issue 13 or 14 at this point, but I read like the first 4 and it's dynamite. It's good stuff. And I'll catch up to it. I have it. I have all the issues. I just haven't had a chance to read them yet. Too much stuff on my buying and reading pile. So we have She-Hulk 1 in a 9.8. And my ask on this is going to be $150, but I'll take a best offer on this. $150 or best offer. And these are all our display books for now. Let's see. Infused with authentic artisan gobbledygook. Honest Henry the Offender. Okay, sounds bad. What are you on? Italian Dayquil? Italian Dayquil, yeah. I'm not even on Dayquil. I'm on like Tylenol, cold and sinus. My kids got sick, and then I got sick. So here we are, and I'm taking care of fulfillment. And this is my break time, being here with you guys. This is actually my break from shipping and sitting in in my upstairs office all day. And then Bentley barks, and I'm like, stop barking! All right, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're busting out those $2 comics. We got some great deals coming your way, so stick around. Commercial. We're not doing a commercial?
Did you know that every experience show, including some exclusive content, streams on Twitch? Check it out. Twitch.tv/the_EXP. Or just scan that QR code.
Did you know that across America there are over 2, maybe even 3 live stream producers who can't even afford Mountain Dew? Take Brian here. Brian has gone 2 weeks without a sip of Red Bull. If it goes on much longer, he may take a shower and get a real job. Situations like this are as tragic as they are preventable. Join the experience on YouTube and gain access to special emojis and members-only streams. For less than a cup of coffee, you can keep socially awkward hermit people working from their parents' basements where they belong. Scan the QR code on the screen to join. You'll be glad you did.
Programming on the EXP is made possible by viewers like you, or your local comic shop, or that Kickstarter you backed, or the publisher you like, or comic industry professionals who want to share a message with the world. Really, anyone who wants to advertise with us can. If you're interested in seeing a product you know and love, or are creating, or are publishing, or are involved with, advertised here on The Experience, and having your message shared with our viewers, please reach out by scanning the QR code below or visiting our website and using the contact form.
For years, I have traveled the world slinging my creator-owned comics at the biggest and hottest cons. Now I'm busting out my personal collection of comics, toys, games, and more in order to bring the fun and excitement of con life right to your screen. There's only one place to get your comics and collectibles and chat live with the greatest showman in modern comics. So bust out your keyboard and get ready to...
Do you remember what it was like when you were a little kid and you got a letter in the mail? Now imagine that letter was filled with information about your favorite shows, pop culture questions, links to things you're going to want to see later, and even sneak peeks at upcoming programming here on The Experience. That's what the EXP mailing list is. Every week, we send you sneak peeks, information, and all of the relevant links for all of the shows you want to see. Sign up now on our website or scan the QR code that's on your screen right now.
All right, we're back. I thought we were going to do the... Sorry, I had to pee. I had to... So we had to stall a little bit. Don't worry, I washed my hands. I swear to God I did. I swear to God I did it! All right, we're back with $2 comics tonight. This is all stuff I got to move. So here's the deal. I'm going to start putting these up on the board at $2. Whatever doesn't sell, I'm going to try and do it for $1. If we can't move that, then I'm going to take the stacks and I'm going to sell them for a really cheap price, $15, okay? So we're going to start off with what we got here. I have G.I. Joe number 4 and number 9. from IDW. This is going to go for $4. Jordan, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. You're not a terrible producer, JD. You're an awful producer, JD. Oh, dang it. It's all your fault that this thing was not. What's with that? Where's my coffee? They said the producer was supposed to bring you a bagel with cream cheese and lox and some coffee. Why is that so hard? Please don't be me. Joes don't believe in mercy. David Moore, play the David Moore video. Oh, we gotta play the David Moore video. Oh, this is terrible. Oh, we're not gonna get anywhere tonight. All right, G.I. Joe Cobra number 7 and number 12. That's gonna go for $4. But no, JD, you're the best. I love you, man. It's not your fault the internet sucks. You are an excellent producer. I love working with you, buddy. I got Flash number 39, number 40, number 84, number 85. Wow, these actually have certificates of authenticity and are signed. Holy crap, I can't do these for $2. I didn't know that. I didn't even realize these are autographed books. Signed by Mark Wade. I can just kind of give you a sense right now. Here's what I'll do on this. Just to move it, I would do both of these at $15. I did not realize I had signed books here, but I'll do them both at $15. $7.50 a book. If you want each one individually, it'll be $10. Sorry about that. That just popped in. But if you want these two Flash books, issues 39 and 40, get the pair. It's $4. I have X Factor 146. That's going to go for $2. 147 is $2. 148 is $2. 149 is $2. I have Thor number 602, number 617. If you grab the pair, it's going to go for $4. $4 on the pair. There's no better voice from above than JD. I agree with that. I have Ripley's Believe It or Not True Ghost Stories. This is going to go for $2, and it's in pretty beat up shape. And then I have Ripley's Believe It or Not True Ghost Stories. This is going to go for $2 too. These are just beat up books. They're old Gold Key comics. Get them for $4. These are just totally beat up, reader friendly copies. Flash books at $15 goes to Stevie. Thank you very much, Stevie. You're the man, dude. And I'll take care of invoicing tomorrow. If you pay your bill with me tomorrow, I'll ship out tomorrow. I'm going to be doing nothing but shipping all day. And I want to get all my invoices out, especially my Kickstarter backers, so I can get you your stuff on that next shipment. And remember, you got free shipping if you buy from me tonight and you back the Kickstarter. That's an extra thank you for supporting the Kickstarter campaign. And for those of you who are interested, I will be coming back to Kickstarter very soon with Warlion. We are going to an offset print on the book. We're making some minor tweaks to the book, to the interiors, mainly in just only lettering, really. Just changing a couple lines based on some feedback and based on some things that I think will tighten up the story a little bit more. So our mass printing, which will be our final edition of the book, will be coming out very soon on Kickstarter. We're going to be doing variant covers again like we did for Yisun Shin. And we brought on some really cool artists. We're still in negotiation for 2, but it's coming together very nicely. So I'm very happy. And I'm excited, and I can't wait to showcase what we do with this for you guys. I have the New Mutants number 8, number 37, and number 39. I will do all of these books here for just $6. All 3 for $6. These are some cool old school New Mutants. Claim Ripley books. That goes to Darth Gojira. That's a cool name. Welcome to the show, man. I'm just going to call you Darth right now until I know your name. JD, can you drop that link down just to make sure that he knows? Yeah, thank you very much. So do us a favor. Follow that link. That will allow you to get registered and basically give me your information so I can send you an invoice and get your comics out to you. Thank you for shopping with me tonight. I have the Dresden Files, number 1 and number 8. I will do them both for $4. I have Captain America White, number 5. This has some water damage, so I'm just doing it for $2. But it's some really cool Jeff Loeb, Tim Sale stuff. You might be able to press out the water damage, but I wouldn't waste your time. This is just read this book and enjoy it. This isn't a book you will get graded. It's $2. That's why we're doing it at $2. You need a reader copy because hey, you did get all 6 of these. But Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale, they did some really dynamite work together at Marvel. Red, White, and Wet. Stevie B, that was great. If I was coughing so much. All right, I got The Guild Fox by Felicia Day. This is a one-shot, and it's going for $2. I have The Courier, issue 2. It's going to go for $2. Green Arrow 33 is $2. Hal Jordan Green Lantern Corps 49, $2. And Superman in Action Comics number 0, $2. Thank you. Appreciate that, Darth. Hold on. Take the Dresden Files and New Mutants 39. Yeah. JD, did you want all of them? It's 8, 37, and 39. And then you wanted the Dresden File. So I've got that for JD. Let me know if you want to take them all at 6, JD. The 230s, got it. Okay, got it. So you have the 8, you just want the 230s, got it. No problem, thank you. Are you collecting the whole run of that? Some of those covers are actually really good. I've never actually read New Mutants before. I have Luke Cage number 1. This is gonna go for $2. I didn't realize this, but we did a Warline cover that looks kind of like this cover here, but it shows both Warline and his daughter kicking. And I promise you guys, this cover did not inspire it in any way. It was through conversations I had with Dexter about it, but then we kind of came to that same conclusion. I find that kind of interesting, how creativity can work and how other people can utilize similar ideas, but ideas like this have been used since the beginning of time in comics. But I felt like it was a fitting number 1 cover for us. So this is it right here. Luke Cage number 1 going for $2. I'll show you that cover once it's done. That's going to be our A cover. I have Batman Detective Comics 942. That's going to go for $2. I got Batman 8. That's going to go for $2. I have Batman 43. That's going to go for $2. I have Batman 47 going for $2. And Batman 51 going for $2. If we grab the Detective Comics, it's just $2. If you grab the rest of the Batmans, it's $8. $8 of the Batmans. All right, got it. Batmans are gone to Curtis. Yeah, I never read it. ROM number 63 is $2. War Machine number 12 is $2. Farmhand number 1 is $2. Poe Dameron number 11 is $2. Ultimates 2 number 3 is $2. Put these up here. Building out a hell of a rack here. We got New Avengers number 4, number 5, number 6, and number 7, number 8, number 9, and number 10, and number 11, and number 12. Quite a run here. I might be able to find issues 1 through 3 for you if you're interested. 12 issues of Avengers. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So sorry, 9 comics here. It would be $18, but if you grab them all right now, I'll do it for 15. 15 for all these books. Farmhand is off. To Curtis. David Moore missed out on Farmhand. I got you on Thor. Okay. Stack of comics here. I don't want to wait for your love. Sorry. I just got that song stuck in my head right now. All right. I have Hellcat. Hellcat number 3, number 4, number 7, and number 17. I will do all of them for $8. All of them at 8. I have all new Wolverine number 20 and number 34. I will do them both at $4. I have World of Aspen number 1. That's $2. Ooh, this is fun. I have Army of Darkness, Hillbillies and Rednecks. 14, going for $2. Got 2 copies, so you guys don't gotta fight over it. I have Dreadstar number 50. That's gonna go for $2. Two-Face Showcase 93. That's gonna go for $2. Superman's ex-pal Jimmy Olsen. 37. That's gonna go for $2. Start the next rack here. We got Cage number 2 and number 3. That's gonna go for $4. Yes, you can have the Superman 0. You absolutely can have it. This is a different Cage run than that Luke Cage, by the way. That's Tartakovsky's Tartakovsky's run. He does Dexter's Lab, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I can handle it. You know what I love about cats? They never fart. I got all new X-Men number 33. That's going to go for $2. I have Super Sons number 9 and number 10. The pair is going to go for $4. Samurai Jack. Yeah, that's right. He does Samurai Jack. So he did Cage, which is pretty badass. That's cool. It's a good fit. I have Weapon X number 8, number 14, number 20, If you grab them all, it's $6. Oh, really? So he does do Dexter's Laboratory. So I was right on the money about that. I have Youngblood number 3, $2 on that. Peter Parker, The Spectacular Spider-Man 297, $2 on that. Daredevil 28, it's going to go for $2. Civil War Round 1. This is a $10 book here. I'd probably be better off. I'm actually just going to list this on eBay. Unless somebody wants it. It's got a price tag at $10. I'd do it for $5 if you just take it off my hands. Otherwise, I'm putting it up on eBay for $10. I have the Uncanny Avengers 9. That's going to go for $2. Sorry, sometimes I pop across stuff and I got to put it off to the side. But most of these books, 99.9% of them are $2 books. X-Force 16. That's going to go for $2. And 17 is $2. These are still sealed in the poly bag. Get them both for $4. Best thing just done that's new was Primal. I never saw Primal. I have Brigade number 1. That's going for $2. Gunning for Hits, Music Thriller number 5. That's $2. I have Renato Jones Freelancer number 2 and number 3. That's going to go for $4. I have Solstice number 1. This is going to go for $2. Barrier. This is a free comic book day book. Barrier by Brian K. Vaughan and Marcos Martin. This guy is actually the artist that whose work I really appreciated on Spider-Man. And I actually got some Marcos Martin Spider-Man comics coming to me right now. Those are some really good books. This is going to go for $2. Stevie B gets Spectacular Spider-Man. This is Chip Zdarsky's run. You're going to have to let me know what you think of that, Stevie B. I got Feud number 1, that's $2. Green Lantern number 6 going for $2. And I got 2 copies of Omega Men number 1. That's going to go for $2. Yes, that is Mephisto on the bottom row. On Scarlet Witch number 3, that's going to go for $10. But I'm running a deal on all these timeless covers here. So Marvel has done this themed Alex Ross covers for their storyline Timeless. And so these are the timeless variants that run across different books in the current Marvel book runs. So tonight we have a villain theme here. And all of these books are different issues. Some of them are actually key books. And they are going as a lump sum at $145. That's the total combined value. If you decide you want to grab them all tonight, it's $120. You get free shipping on your order and a spin on my wheel. And if you spin the wheel, you're guaranteed to win something. Hey, Joe, how you doing? Dreadstar number 50. That's the anniversary, 50th anniversary issue. Yep, $2 on that. Let me know if you want it. Any more questions? All right, I have Night Thrasher number 3. That's going to go for $2. Night Thrasher 3 is $2. I have Heresy number 2. That's going to go for $2. I have Excalibur number 11. That's going to go for $2. Yeah, you can claim. Yeah, absolutely. So the Emma Frost is 10, and the Mephisto is 10. You can absolutely break up this set. Absolutely. All right, I got you on those. So that's 10. That's 10 apiece on these. This is Wolverine 31 and Scarlet Witch number 3. All right, we got a deal on this at 20. I have other books to replace it. Succumbs to consumption. I have Ultimate Spider-Man. What's that supposed to mean? What are you trying to say? Are you trying to call me stupid? I'm not stupid, okay? JD, I love you. We're having a great show tonight, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. See, now no one can complain about the fact that I act like a complete butthead when I'm doing my show. Yes. I do, as a matter of fact. I have this Dormammu here, and I have this Clea Strange run. But this is the issue that comes after this. This is the whole run of Jed McKay's run on Doctor Strange with Clea Strange, and we got the 10 issues going for $50 tonight, and that includes free shipping. If you throw it on with this Doctor Strange one, it's 10. I'll do it all. If you grab all of this, I'll do it at 55. I'll take $5 off, give you free shipping, and a spin on the wheel. So let me know if you want to do that. But this is the whole run. These are all the A covers, issues 1 through 10 of Strange, 1 through 10. And issue 2 is actually the first appearance of the Harvest Man. It was a pretty cool character. Yeah, just fill out that form, but you can claim now and then fill out that form. But let me know if you want to do that. And then let me just see who claimed the Scarlet Witch. All right, I got you. So BBB Haunted Basement. Haunted Basement. All right, you're at 20 so far. All right. Yeah, I prefer Steven over Clea too. But actually, I liked Clea. Clea was badass. She stood up to Dr. Doom. She's got girl balls for sure. I did like what they did with her, but she's not meant to be like her mission is to bring back Doctor Strange. Like, it's not to it's not to get rid of him completely. Like, she wants her husband back. So throughout that whole arc, it's a love story. It's very much still a Stephen Strange story, by the way. Don't think he's just out of the picture. This is really, really good stuff. And it ties together with this. So, even if you don't like the Clea Strange stuff, it still ties together, and I still think it's a Stephen Strange story, too. Yeah, she does, for sure. I don't know. Possibly. No pressure to call it. No, I hope no one felt like that. I just wanted to let you know my thoughts on it. That's it. Please don't feel pressured. Thank you so much for your business. I want you to be happy with whatever you buy here. There's none of that here. Covers though. I have Wolverine number 32 featuring Rhino on the cover, though I don't know if Rhino is much of a Wolverine villain, but still, cool cover. It's Rhino on it. And then we got Moon Knight number 22 with Kingpin on the cover. So I got more of these timeless covers here.
I was gonna say real quick.
Yeah.
That's it doesn't show up on StreamYard for us, but she just used the "Call It As You See It" sticker that members get. on YouTube.
Oh, I didn't see that because I'm seeing it through StreamYard.
Yeah. That's what it looks like out here.
Thank you, Elena. You rock. Thank you for doing that. Yeah, you can grab the Dread Star. Absolutely. Got you, Joe. I guess it's really difficult now with modern comics because keeping people's interest and getting people to want to pick up a comic is with modern age superheroes is getting more and more difficult now. Mainly because of the fact that it is just so hard to keep these characters going for as long as they've been going without switching things up, and you can only kill them so many times without realizing that it doesn't really have as profound of an impact as it does. But yeah, I really appreciated how they handled that. So I like when comics can bring you in, and I think they're doing the same thing right now in the Punisher. The Punisher series right now is like totally awesome. And another book that I'm just picking off the racks and like tearing through is Amazing Spider-Man. Like the second Amazing Spider-Man's out, I gotta read it right now. It's so good. I have Ultimate Spider-Man number 89. That's gonna go for $2. I have Battlestar Galactica number 10. That's going to go for $2. I have Cade number 0 and number 1. That's going to go for $2 a pop. So that's 4. I have The Visitor number 7, number 8, going for $4. And I have the Marvel Max Sampler. That's going to go for $2. Astonishing X-Men number 27. That's going to go for $2. All right. That is it for that first double rack here. Oh, wait. No, it's not. I got to fill it up with some other stuff here. I want to put what? Where? All right. I got Charlton Ball number 4 from Image. That's going to go for $2. Joe Casey and Andy Soriano. Let's see. Cool. Let me see what I can find. Anything Godzilla. All right, cool. I have a lot of Jeff Johns JSA stuff back at my warehouse, so I can definitely grab it on my next run. And I do shows every Wednesday. So if I know you're going to be here next Wednesday, I can stock up on JSA. I have a lot of Jeff Johns JSA. I can pretty much fill your run, and I'm doing them all. I'll do them all for you at $2 a pop. I've been looking for someone to take those books off my hands. I have some cool Dynamite stuff here with the Shadow. Stick around, and I'll actually show it to you. It's going to be really cool. But in the meantime, in order to get to that point, I really need to just clear off this entire double board of comics right now. So here's what I'm offering. Make my life easy. Take the double board. It's $30. $30 and a spin on the wheel. You get all these comics here. I'm going to remove all the duplicates. If you want the duplicates in there, I'll make it $35 for everything. There's plenty of room for you as a dealer to flip it at $35. You're looking at probably about $50 to $100 worth of comics on here. And if you really want to mess around and price out some of the stuff or sit on it for a while, who knows what you might come across like that. New Mutants number 8. You never know what can happen. The Super Sun stuff. Anything on here, you never know. Even that Youngblood, it's an early issue. Clear the rack. Clear the rack. All right. But his hemorrhoids are clearing. Man, that sucks. Could you imagine being Rhino and getting a hemorrhoid? That would suck. So is someone calling the rack? I really want them to do a good, honest adaptation of Rhino, not in like a robotic suit, but in that same type of Rhino armor that he was originally supposed to be in the comics. Like that would make him so much more terrifying. If like they actually like like soldered a man's body to that suit and he wouldn't be able to do anything else. Like the agony of that. The same thing they did with Scorpion too. Like Scorpion was also like tied to his costume and like he couldn't get out of it. And that's why he got angry. And, you know, that's the kind of stuff that I think makes these villains interesting is when they're deranged. They're not meant to be like, you know, they're not meant to have their heads on straight. It's not. That's what makes them supervillains. You know, is the fact that they are. They can't. Is the tragedy behind their stories. You know, it's not just. It's like almost like you can empathize with them a little bit because they're like wounded animals. You know, but you can't because they're doing bad stuff and they're hurting people. But to me, that's like more than just them being like, we're gonna rob a bank so we can take all their money. You know, it's like. It's deeper than that. Yeah, when Craven comes out, I don't know. I'm interested to see that. That might actually be a good. That might be a good movie, and I'd like to see a Marvel rated R movie. We haven't had one since Blade. Let's start freaking doing rated R movies, and let's freaking make that Blade movie rated R. No one wants to see a PG-13 Blade movie. I'm sorry. It's got to be rated R. The dude kills vampires. In order to really appreciate how, you know, terrible vampires are, you need the blood and everything. You can't do a PG-13 movie on that. It's not going to work. Rated R. I'm all for that movie succeeding. All right. Clear the rack. $30. Otherwise, all these books are going to drop in value to $1 a pop because I need to move them. I don't want to sit on these books anymore. I'm just going to grab a tissue here real quick. And I think actually we're going to go to a break right now. So let's go to a break. And when we come back, I will take all these books down. We'll do them at $1. And then we'll sell off whatever we haven't sold off. And then we'll go on to doing FOMO books. So stick around. We'll be right back.
Join the party. Head over to our Linktree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.
Comic Collectibles is a pretty straightforward show. You got Rex here, he sells the comics, and you got Rockin' Robbie, he knows about the comics. And finally, John, well, no one really knows what John does. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a great guy, but he just keeps showing up. Come to think of it, I don't even really know how he gets in here. Anyway, awesome comics, rare books, rarer signatures, slabbed books, and amazing cover sketches by Ken Hazer and others. Simple formula, you want the comics, you buy the comics. To sum up, Rex sells the comics, Robbie knows the comics, and John, who might possibly be a ghost. I mean, seriously, has anyone ever seen him show up or leave? Comic Collectibles with Rex and John, Mondays from 6 to 8 Eastern on The Experience. Comic Culture and Sales.
Imagine being at a convention and going to an interview panel that's just for you. No bustling crowds, no hours-long lines, just you, the moderator, and your favorite comic book creators. Well, this is pretty much that. Miss Jen sits down every week with 2 comic book creators for a live stream interview about their latest work, and you can ask them whatever you want. It's Talking Shop, Mondays at 5 Eastern on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales.
Go follow The Experience on TikTok at @the_EXP1 or scan the QR code on the screen. Our TikTok is like everywhere else we are, except you only have to deal with us for a minute. Seems like a win-win to me.
not expecting that. I'm like getting ready to tell you guys about comics, and all of a sudden I see the video. That's hilarious. All right, so no takers on this. That's okay. We're gonna do all these books for $1 now, and whatever stack we're left with, I'm gonna do it for an even crazier price because this stuff's just gotta move. Gotta figure out a way to get it into your hands. So all these books are now going for $1. $1 comics. I'm going to show you guys right now the size of this double rack, all right, the stack of books you get. I want to say about a half of a short box right here, a half of a short box for $30. Your daughter's getting older. It is so cringe. Astonishing X-Men number 27. $1. The Centaur has been cringed. David Moore can't get canceled. He can only get cringed now. I have Marvel Max Sampler. That's going to go for $1 now. The Visitor number 7 and 8. $2 now on my set. Cade number 0 and 1. $2 on the set now. Ultimate Spider-Man 89. $1. Heresy number 2. $1. Excalibur 11 is $1. Night Thrasher War Control number 3, $1. The Feud number 1 is $1. Green Lantern 6 is $1. The Omega Men number 1 is $1. Barrier Free Comic Book Day, that's $1. I have Solstice number 1, that's going for $1. Renato Jones Freelancer number 2 and 3, that's $2. I have Gunning for Hits, Music Thriller number 5, that's $1. Brigade number 1, that's $1. X-Force number 16 and 17, that's $2. Omega Men. Out to Curtis, got it. I have one last Omega Men left. Anybody who wants it? Going for $1. Omega Man. His centaur half is buckling. Uncanny Avengers 9, $1. Daredevil 28, $1. Battlestar Galactica Origins 10 is $1. Youngblood 3 is $1. Weapon X 8 and 14 and number 20. $3. All New X-Men 33. Got Miles on the cover. $1. Make Fing Jones great again. Omega Fats. Super Sons number 9 and number 10. These are cool covers, by the way. $2 on that. Superman's X-Pal Jimmy Olsen number 37 is $1. Two-Face Showcase 93 is $1. Charlotte and Ball number 4 is $1. Army of Darkness, Hillbillies and Rednecks and Deadnecks number 14 is $1 pop on these. So we have 2 more chapters of Yisun Shin to complete, and I'm actually going to give you guys a pitch for Yisun Shin tonight. Once we take our next commercial break, I gotta just get something. I have to just find the time to focus on producing Yisun Shin right now. I'm pretty focused on just taking care of the Kickstarter and keeping things moving with Warline, which is a little bit easier for me right now in terms of like distractions and stuff. So really, if I want to do this and I want to stick the landing with Yisun Shin, which I really want to do, then I need to focus solely on that book, at least to get it going. Just because it's difficult to jump back and forth between places, but it's really just a matter of time management. And I need to do a little research before I jump back into Yisun Shin because it's been a while and I don't want to screw up the history at the end. I want to make sure like I got everything right. So it's good to just kind of get that memory going. And I have all the books. I just have to find time to sit down and read them again. So that will happen very soon, though. And I'll start producing the book probably a little later this year. This is issue 3. We're going to knock out Warline 2, and then we're going to complete Yisun Shin, like finish volume 3, and then we're going to come back and do Warline 3. I might actually be able to keep the book. My goal is to have both books in production simultaneously. I just got to kind of get through some things, and then So hopefully, it's hard to project for Yisun Shin, but definitely within the next like 2 to 3 years, we will have volume 3 out. I know I hate making you guys wait, but we're so close to the end, and we really need to stick the landing with this book, and especially with where we leave off on Hunter and Destroyer 2. So, it'll be Kickstarted as well. Absolutely. We're going to be going to Kickstarter for Yisun Shin. I don't think this year we're going to do it because I want to get the production on the book done before I hit the launch button. Just otherwise, it's not going to. You guys are going to be waiting too long. So I want to make sure the book is done, like inked, colored, all that stuff, and we'll get it moving soon enough. All right. So I have World of Aspen #1. That's going to go for $1. I have some New Avengers books here. New Avengers number 4 through 12. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 comics, $9. Grab them all. I have the Ultimates 2, number 3. That's going to go for $1. Poe Dameron 11, $1. All New Wolverine number 20 and number 34, $1 a pop on those. That is $2. War Machine number 12 is $1. ROM 63 is $1. Green Arrow 33 is $1. Hal Jordan Green Lantern Corps 49 is $1. We have Cage number 2 and 3 going for $2. Keep me updated, please. Absolutely. Chuck, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Yes, we are still doing it. We actually, Chuck, we need to get moving on phone. That's another problem we're having. Yisun Shin is selling so well right now that so many books need to go back to press, and that requires a lot of upfront money. And actually, we need to go back to press on issue 5 of Yisun Shin. So I have a bunch of these variants left from the last Kickstarter. So I'm going to be putting together bundles in order to sell them off quickly so that I can work towards paying for those bills for the print costs. I need to raise about like $5,000 just to print up Fallen Avenger 1. So it's a lot of money down. But I think we can get there with those variants. We're having some foil books coming in next week from Heroes and Villains, and we should have some left over after we get through our Kickstarter batches. And I'm going to sell off the rest for bundle deals on shows and stuff like that. I'm going to be off next week because I'm actually going on vacation. I haven't taken a vacation in a really long time, and it's my birthday next week, so I'm going to Myrtle Beach for a couple of days with some of my closest friends, and we're celebrating my friend Kevin's 40th birthday. So I will be out of town on Free Comic Book Day, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would be here with you guys doing a big broadcast. But I'll still be here next week on my regular schedule. And, we could probably, I could talk to Pete and see if we can maybe do something like after Free Comic Book Day, but I don't know if that's really going to make much sense. So, but I'm thinking on a bigger level here, and I really want to get that Warline Kickstarter rocking and rolling for you guys. I want to do some cool stuff here. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it, guys. Yeah, I've worked in comics now for 12 years professionally, full time. 12 years? Damn, this is my 13th year now. Sorry, 13 years doing this full time. And it's hard to give yourself a break when you're running your own business and when you're doing something that's fun that you enjoy doing, because you always want to be working. But sometimes it's important to step back from it and, collect yourself so you can come back and do it better. I have the Courier issue 2. That's going to go for $1. I have the Guild Fox. This is going to go for $1. Captain America White. This is going to go for $1. Luke Cage 1 is $1. New Mutants 8 is $1. I got Hellcat number 3 and number 4, 7, and 17, all going for $1. So that's $4 on the set. I'm also deathly sick right now too. New Mutants. All right, is up to BBB. You are $4 away from the spin, sir. X Factor 146, 147, 148, 149. Grab all these books here. It is $4. $4 for all. Flash number 39 and 40. That is $2. G.I. Joe Cobra number 7 and number 12. That is $2. And I have G.I. Joe number 4 and number 9. That's going to go for $2. All right, guys. Who wants this for $25? $25. X Factor. Okay. $25, about 20 now, since BBB took it off. Yeah, it's $20. $20. You get the stack of books here. I don't gotta put these away. I don't want to showcase these books again. They can't leave my basement until they sell. $20. Give me something to go out and buy. Grab this stack here. I promise you I'll come back with fresh stuff next week. All stuff you're looking for. $20. Grab this stack. Where are my people at? Army of Darkness, issue 14. Yes, you can. I had 2 of those anyway. Grab the stack at 20. $20. Let's get rid of these comics. $20. Let me know. I'll put it off to the side right now. I really want to get rid of these so I can go out and buy more. Let's start building out a new rack here. Actually, no. We should be doing FOMO books now. JD, you want to run the FOMO video?
It's FOMO time! What's that even mean anyway? Oh, is that what it means? I'm such a weirdo for missing out on these great deals!
All right, so you guys know what FOMO books are now. So we got some awesome FOMO books tonight. We're going to kick it off with this variant edition of Alien #1 from Marvel. We got this going for $5. Fear of Missing Onrie deals. I have Batman 127. This is a really cool variant by Alex Garner. This is a seat cover, and it's going to go for $5 for Batman number 127. I have Darkon #1. This is actually written by my mentor, Mort Castle, from Absolute Comics Group. This is a White Widow variant, and it is going to go for $15. $15 on this. I should get more to sign it. I have All Out Avengers #1. This is a La Roca cover. This is going to go for $5. $5 on this. I have Catwoman #46. That's going to go for $5. $5 on the Catwoman 46. I have Captain America #34. This is the first appearance of Bucky wearing the Captain America uniform, because what happened around this arc was that Steve Rogers was killed. He was assassinated after being arrested for the Civil War stuff, and there was no one to, fit the role of Captain America. So Bucky stepped up and became the new Captain America. And this really kind of brought everything together with the whole Winter Soldier thing. It was the natural thing that was supposed to happen for him. I'm actually really sad that we didn't get to see Bucky in the Cap costume, because like Steve, he actually has, like the superpowers and everything. But I really like what they've done with Anthony Mackie as Captain America, and I'm looking forward to this movie. I think the next movie is going to be great. I think Captain America is going to bring my interest back, and I'll be pumped up for Marvel movies after that. Anyway, we have Captain America #34 going for just $10 today. $10 on Captain America #34. It's a really beautiful cover. We actually were inspired by this for Yisim Shin. All right, next book we got here is Deceased, War of the Undead Gods #1. We got a zombie Superman fighting Supergirl. $5 on this. And I have a holofoil cover for Berserker #5. That's going to go for $5. $5 tonight on Berserker #5. These are your FOMO books for today. So take some time to think about if you want to grab them. If you want to do a lump sum deal on these, here's what I'm willing to do. So, 2, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 30. So it's $60 value combined total for all of the FOMO books for tonight. I will do half off. If you want all the FOMO books right now, it's $30. Grab them all at $30. I'm going insane on that. $30. Combined value is normally $60. We'll do them all at $30. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think he's going to get a shot in the Thunderbolts. I don't think he's going to beat Captain America. I think they would sooner bring Chris Evans back as Captain America. And that was a real disservice to the character and to Iron Man to do that, to associate them so closely with their actors. Actors come and go. These characters are meant to stay. It's like, how can you have a Marvel universe without Iron Man now? You still have, like, Doctor Doom to show up, and, there's no Iron Man versus Doctor Doom movies. You're telling me we'll never get to see Iron Man face off with Doctor Doom. That's such a ripoff. We need to see that. You can't just kill these characters off because of the actors associated with them. That's a big mistake. I appreciate what the actors bring to the roles a lot, especially The Rock with Black Adam. He really brought his A game. And by the way, I need to correct myself. When I say that there have been no R-rated Marvel movies since Blade, I was wrong, deadly wrong. Deadpool, #1 and 2, were both rated R movies, wildly successful. And another successful rated R Marvel movie was Logan. Those were goddamn great films. If you ask me, that's the most daring thing Marvel can do right now. Start making rated R movies. Gatecrasher #3. I have Gatecrasher #2 and #3. That's going to go for $4 right now. I have slots number 1. That's going to go for $2. Okay. We're going to take a break in a moment. I'm going to go get a break. I'm going to go get one thing from upstairs so I can tell you guys about Yisun Shin. And I'm going to give you guys a chance to check out my independent work tonight. And that's when we'll bring our show to a close. Right now I got Nightwing number 34. It's going to go for $2. So we'll take a break in about 8 minutes. 8 minutes. Are the slots clean or are they dirty slots? That's hilarious. Okay. I got Black Panther and the Crew number 1. $2 on that. One thing I have to say retrospectively I'm really disappointed about is them not recasting T'Challa in the Black Panther. It's a real disservice to the character to have him die off the screen. I understand you're paying tribute to Chadwick Boseman, but you can't just kill off that character. And their way of bringing it back is just like more insulting. It's like now this son is named T'Challa, just like his father, and he's supposed to stand out just like his father, rather than be his own character. And that was a mistake. I don't like that they did that. That what's missing now from the Marvel movies are the characters. They just keep killing them off. We need to bring them back. Stop killing them off. Yeah, that's when you saw the biggest dip in the comics too, is when they would kill off characters. That's why they would do it for a little while and bring them back. I have X-Force number 26. That's going to go for $2. How awesome will it be though one day when we get an old Avengers movie with like Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, and Jeremy Renner, like just being like older and gruff, and doing like an Expendables version of the Avengers. That would be really fun. I would love to see that. I got Harbinger Wars 2, number 2. That's going to go for $2. I have The Guild. That's going to go for $2. Yeah, they got to cast someone new to play Tony Stark. We need Tony Stark. X-Men Manifest Destiny, number 1 of 4. That's going to go for $2. You can't fill the void with Ironheart. She's not Tony Stark. Tony Stark had a plan for protecting Earth. Now Earth is unprotected. I have Legion 91. That's number 27, number 28. That's going to go for $4. I have Fantastic Four 561. 3 copies of it going for $2. X-Force number 26. That's going to go for $2. I have Solar Man of the Atom number 22. That is $2. I have FCBD Help the CBLDF Defend Comics. Oh, look, it's approved by the Comics Code Authority. Just making sure you guys know that. $2 on that. Ultraverse number 2 is $2. I have Gravel number 11, number 12, number 13, number 14, number 15. We are going to do this entire set here for $10. $10 on the set. I have Excalibur number 2, number 3. Get them both. It's $4. I have Next Testament number 4. That's $2. I have Green Lantern 26. That's going to go for $2. And I have Cable number 157, 158. That's going to go for $4. All right. I got some Dynamite stuff coming, some Shadow stuff coming your way. I have Shadow Batman number 1 by Steve Orlando and Giovanni Timpano. Giovanni Timpano illustrated the first 4 issues of my comic series, Yisun Shin, which I'll tell you guys about after break. I got the first issue right now going for $2. I have Batgirl Birds of Prey number 13. That's going to go for $2. I have X-Men 92 number 5. That's going to go for $2. I have Ultimate X-Men number 54. That's going to go for $2. I have Hawkeye number 2, number 3, and number 4. I'll grab them all for $6. I have X-Men Classic number 86. That's going to go for $2. All right. We are going to take a short commercial break here. And when we come back, I will showcase Yisun Shin. That is my creator-owned comic. And we will wrap up the rest of the show. And here's the best part. If you buy comics from me right now, I will sign them for you on the air. You might be able to use that as video authenticity. I don't know. But, I can authenticate your signing for you right now, whatever you want to do. Authenticate this! The Chinese middle finger. All right, I will see you guys in just a moment.
Why was Princess Zelda sad after watching a bunch of YouTube videos? She couldn't find the link in the description. We'll stop if you subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's super easy. Click subscribe and click the bell when you do. And thanks for supporting the EXP.
Comic Collectibles is here for you every Wednesday with AR Comics for 2 very important reasons. To sell you rare, one-of-a-kind comics that you'll love, and to confuse AR with old man talk. You see, Rex and John are, how should I put this, ancient as the roots of the mountains. So every week, Rex and John fill in AR in yet another area of pop culture that he missed because he's too young, just didn't have the time, or just really doesn't care about. It's a real public service they provide. Come buy some super rare and unique comics, while old men explain long-dead sci-fi shows to a younger man making that confused puppy face. Every Wednesday from 6 to 8 Eastern with Rex, John, and AR Comics. Comic Collectibles on The Experience. Comic culture and sales.
You know how when you go to Comic-Con, after Comic-Con, you go to the hotel bar, and there's a whole bunch of people playing music and dancing, and you've got Pikachu and Lara Croft Tomb Raider doing the cha-cha slide just down from Deadpool and Batman and Wonder Woman? That's every Saturday night over on the Experience Twitch channel. Join Taji Beats for the EXP Dance Party, exclusively on Twitch, twitch.tv/the_EXP. Go follow the Experience on TikTok at @the_EXP1 or scan the QR code on the screen. Our TikTok is like everywhere else we are, except you only have to deal with us for a minute. Seems like a win-win to me.
For you.
All right, guys, we are back. And now I'm going to take some time to tell you guys about the comic book series that I've been working on for the last 13 years full time. This is Yisun Shin. It is a story of a Korean admiral that battled the Japanese in the 1500s. He was outnumbered 10-1 against them, and he beat them 23 times in a row and never lost a single battle. And it's all based on a true story. Yisun Shin is a trilogy of books, kind of like Star Wars. And we have the first issue, the second issue, the third issue, and the fourth issue. These 4 books make up the first complete arc of the story and is going to go for $10. If you buy it, I will sign it for you right here, right now. I'm Kickin It. All these books have been remastered as well because earlier issues of Yisun Shin didn't have sound effects in them. And Dak was always shaking his finger about that at me. And he was like, those are effects that you can use. And we should have really pushed for it sooner, but we waited a while. And once we went back to press with these most recent books, we added it in, and I really like what we did. We actually paid tribute to Dak because he died in the middle of Hunter and Destroyer 2. So we were working on that, and he died as of issue 10. That's why it's taking me so long to do this, because it's not going to be the same book without Dak anymore. So but that doesn't excuse the fact that it needs to get done, and it needs to be done the way we intended it to get done. So Warlion was really kind of like a test for me to prove that I could do it. And now I just got to get my facts straight. Once I get my facts straight and I know what happened in that period where we left off in the story historically, then I will resume and finish off the series. And it's not a lot of research. It's probably like a day's worth of research. I just have to have the time to really focus on it, really beat that information into my head so that, I know where I can bend the rules a little bit in order to tell the most effective and, fun story with the characters that we have built up so far. No, that was Deceased War of the Undead Gods #1, not DC versus Vampires. And it's going for $5. All right, so East Fiction doesn't just end with issues 1 through 4. And if you buy them all right now, it's just $10. I'll sign them for you right here on the air right now. And you're saving $1 off the cover price of each book. But wait, there's more. Because I've told you, East Fiction is actually a trilogy of books, and I don't have Fall Avenger 3. Dang it. All right, but anyway, there is a 7th issue, and I can go grab it upstairs after this. I needed to bring it down here anyway. But we have Fallen Avenger #1, #2. I do have #3. It's just upstairs. I got to grab it real quick. And #4. If you grab the next 4 issues of the series, which continue the story, and basically what happens is in the second arc, it's all the same characters and everything. We just jump forward 5 years in the future. And this second arc here leads up to one of the 4 greatest naval battles ever fought in world history. And you find out how Yusung Shin ends up going against all of Japan's navy with only 12 ships and completely destroying their entire fleet, like a third of their entire fleet. It's really crazy. One battle killed 18,000 men, boarded the enemy commander's ship, and cut off his head. And it was really not just a testament to his courage, but his tenacity as well, because honestly, he was truly backed up against the corner on all fronts. What happens in the second arc is Yusung Shin actually is removed from his rank as admiral and actually thrown into jail and beaten to near death by his king. And while that's happening, actually I can show you the cover of issue 3 of Fallen Avenger here. It's in this book. It's in our hardcover, which I'll tell you about in a second as well. So this is the cover of Fallen Avenger 3. And I have it upstairs so I can grab it for you guys and sign it for you. So the Japanese realize after a while that they can't beat Yusung Shin at sea, so they decide to have him removed from his his position, and they have to convince the Korean king to do it. So that's what happens. And as a result, Yusung Shin's incompetent rival ends up taking charge of the Korean Navy and gets them all killed. And so now there's only like 12 straggling ships, and Yusung Shin has been beaten to near death, and he basically is given his rank back, and he now has to go up against the entire Japanese Navy with only 12 ships. And he actually wins this battle. This is like the point where there was it totally changed the tides of the war. Japan was like, this guy is insane. We need to get out of here. We thought we killed him. Or, we thought we had him arrested and he was supposed to be dying, and yet here he is, like, stronger than ever. And with only 12 ships, he outsmarts the Japanese and just totally destroys them. And we're talking the samurai here, so we're not talking like, pushovers. We're talking, the type of warriors that inspired stormtroopers in Star Wars. And then we have the third and final arc, which will complete all of Yusung Shin. This takes us to the end of his story. We have the first 2 issues of that. This is Hunter and Destroyer #1 and #2. Now, if you want to grab all 10 single issues of Issun Shin right now, it's going to be $25. I will grab that Fallen Avenger 3 for you if anybody claims it. If anybody claims a set of 10, I'll get it all. Or if you just want to start off with 1 through 4 at 10, if you want to get 5 through 10, I'll do all of it at 15. So 5 through 10 for 15. And I'll sign them all for you right here on the air right now. Hunter and Destroyer number 1 and 2. Start the final arc of the story, and Issun Shin is now hunting and destroying the Japanese. He's going after the remnants of their military, and he's trying to rebuild his navy at the same time. And things come to a major turning point in Hunter and Destroyer 2. Yes, greatest tactician of his time. Yes, does Samurai have terrible aim too? Yes. That's hilarious. All right, Issun Shin's also available in a hardcover format. So we have the Warrior and Defender hardcover here, which features a foreword by Stan Lee. So I actually got to meet Stan Lee, and he wrote the foreword to the book. And it was actually really fantastic meeting Stan. I remember meeting him for the first time in his office in Beverly Hills in 2010. I managed to get this meeting because my sister had donated a large sum of money to Teach for America, and she won this auction to go meet Stan Lee. And I was just starting out in comics, and so she said, I want you to go meet Stan Lee. And I was like, you're the best sister ever. So I was working with Dak at the time, who I was connected to through Jim Salicrup. Both Jim and Dak worked for Stan for a very long time. So as a matter of fact, at the time, Jim still had a working relationship with Stan. He was publishing stuff through paper cuts, and he was working with Stan Lee at POW Entertainment, and they were republishing stuff and building Stan's brand. And Jim loved working with Stan very much, and he loved working with him. It was always a desire. He followed Stan everywhere. And so when I had a chance to meet with Stan, I messaged Jim and I said, Jim, I'd really like for Stan to write the introduction to Issun Shin. And he sent an email to Stan, and Stan responded right away and was like, I'll take care of your friend, Jim. Don't worry about it. And I was like, wow, I never felt more nerded out at that moment. It's just like, oh my God, So it was really cool. And I went over to his office in Beverly Hills, and it was like the longest walk going over there. And anyway, I'm waiting in the waiting room, and I brought my camera. I was supposed to take a picture with him, so I'd have it for the book. And unfortunately, I didn't get a picture with him because I was just so gobsmacked by the fact that I'm in a room with Stan Lee right now, my greatest idol from my youth, and I'm talking to him about something that I did that he is now endorsing with his words, his introduction. So I was very humbled by that. That's not a lot of people had the opportunity to have that kind of praise in the beginning of their careers. So I'm really grateful to that, that Stan was willing to do that. And he didn't charge me anything for writing the foreword, which was really kind of him. And I have Jim to thank for that. But I don't think Stan would have charged anyway, because that's not the kind of person he was. He always wanted to support people who were in comics, and he was really he lived up to the legend. He was fantastic. Everybody loved Stan, and I'm telling you, he was just as great behind the scenes as he was, out in public. He loved his fans. He adored everybody. So this was a tremendous honor for me. This also features over 50 pages of bonus content. Now, the cool thing about the trade is it collects the first 4 issues, plus it has the bonus content. And then we have the second trade right here, Fallen Avenger, which collects issues 5 through 8. It also has its own interesting story behind it. So Fallen Avenger, this graphic novel, after I finished this book, you would think I reached the pinnacle of success. It's like, wow, I got a book with a foreword by Stan Lee in it. Wow, that's fantastic. And I took the book on the road, and I was selling it at one convention to another, and things were going really great. And then all of a sudden, things changed, and I thought I was in a really bad spot. But what had happened was I actually got into an even better position, and it was all just due to the fact that I was really focused on what I was determined to do. But I couldn't realize this when it first happened. But I used to have an angel investor, who initially said that they would finance all of research, and they had pulled out after we finished that first book, because at the time there was no return on the investment for the investor. So there was no plan to pay back, and it was not a good situation. But I got a large body of work done, and I have since worked towards kind of starting to pay that loan back. But that's another story altogether. But regardless, it got me to this point. So now I had two options: either fold everything up or keep going. And I decided to keep going, and I was really inspired by this karate master. His name is Judd Reed. He's an Australian dude, and he, at the time, was living out in Thailand preparing for the 100-man fight, which is a challenge that exists within Kyokushin karate. And you basically fight 100 black belts in a row for like 3 minutes, and back to back, fresh guys are just going in one after the other. And it was really kind of seeing this guy's determination and his strength and his courage and all that stuff really kind of like inspired me. It's like, oh, if he could do that, then why can't I make this work? Like, why not? And so I reached out to him eventually, and I'm like, hey, you should write the foreword to my book. And he was like, okay, cool. And he came to New York because he was on a U.S. tour to promote his book. He wrote an autobiography about his life in karate. And it's really fantastic, by the way, Young Lions. And then he did a sequel to it too, which I haven't had a chance to read. But I really liked Young Lions a lot. It was awesome. But anyway, we got the second trade here. If you buy both trades together, it's $25 a pop. It's $50 for both trades. Bottom row prices. It'll be. Oh, that's $5, Stevie B. You want Hunter and Destroyer 1 and 2? I can add it for you. Let me know if you want to add it. So all the prices on the bottom row of books, they're all going to go for $10 a pop. And the only one that's going for $15 is that Dr. Octopus one, because that's the first appearance of Spider-Boy. It's one of those variants. So I'm doing a deal where if you buy all of them, it's going to be a combined value of $145. I'll knock the price down to $120 for all the timeless variants. Of course, Elena, I will sign the hardcover books if you buy them. I remember you wanted to hold off on getting them, so you don't feel like you need to do it now. If you need a little bit more time, that's okay too. Yes, I got you, CVB. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Let me sign those for you guys. I'm going to need to get some rest tonight so I can get back to shipping tomorrow. So many books were sold. It's really crazy through the Kickstarter. But I'm really glad we're 50% there. That gives me some hope. All right, Steve B, I got you. Thank you very much. Your books are signed. I'll hold them up for you one more time. Here's the first Hunter and Destroyer 1 and Hunter and Destroyer 2 for Stevie B. Anybody else who wants it, just call it as you see it. We're doing all issues of Yisun Shin for $25. All 10 issues at $25. Want the hardcovers? It's $50 for the hardcovers. Don't ship yourself to death. Don't shop yourself to death. Cool. Yeah, take your time with it. I will sign it for you no matter what, I promise. And guys, don't worry about it. We've had a really great week. Sometimes stuff, moves and it sells and it's all gone. And sometimes it takes a little while. God only knows I know right now. I'm in a phase where I'm bleeding through money left and right now with everything that I have going on. But I have faith everything's going to work out for me. I know it's going to work out for you guys. So we didn't move through the racks tonight. That's okay. We still sold some stuff, and if you guys want to throw on Easton Shin, that would be great. I would love that. Let's see here. So I'm going to do this rack here for 15. Oh, we actually sold it a book here. Let me throw this one up. I have Amazing Spider-Man 1.3 and 1.4. That's going to go for $4. And then I got this entire rack here going for $15 right now. So going back to this rack, we have that X-Men 92 number 5. We have Hawkeye number 2 through 4. Black Panther and the Crew number 1. We got those that Fantastic Four book, those 2 Spider-Mans, Batgirl and the Birds of Prey. It's a nice little collection here. Okay, the FOMO book's gone at 5. Thank you very much, Stevie. Appreciate that. Hawkeye's off to JD. $25 for the rest of the FOMO books, guys. If you want to take all 7 FOMO books right now, I'll do it all at $25. I'm going to show it to you guys one more time. And then we'll fill this up with $2 books. I have Alien 1. That's going to go for $5. Batman 127. That's $5. That's a Alex Garner cover. C. Darkon number 1, White Widow variant. That's going to go for $15. All Out Avengers number 1. That's a variant edition. That's going to go for $5. And I have Catwoman 46. Not sure who did the cover on this, but it's going to go for $5. I think this is a Arthur Hughes. Nope. It is Squeeze Micah. Sazimaka. Sorry. $5. Captain America 34. That is going to go for $15. And I have Berserker 5, Hollow Foil going for $5. The number 1, Alien 1 variant. Okay. Darth, gotcha. So we sold 2 FOMO books. I'll do the rest of the FOMO books at 20. That's all these books at 20. Grab them all at 20 for all the FOMOs. Let's see here. Stevie, you got a spin tonight. And BBB Haunted Basement gets a spin. So yeah, we could do the spin. We'll spin right now. Can we run the video? This Wheel of Skid Bark video?
It's time to spin the wheel of Skid Bark, bark, bark.
All right, let's do this. We're spinning for Stevie. You get a free DC book. You can call a DC book off that rack, or I'll pull this up right now. You can grab something else. And then I'm spinning for BBB Haunted Basement. You get a $2 comic. Next $2 comic you see you want, it's on the house. All right, I have Oblivion Song number 5. That's going to go for $2. I have Moon Girl and Double Dinosaur 33. That's going to go for $2. Clive Barker's The Harrowers, Raiders of the Abyss number 2. That is $2. I got Guardians of Infinity number 3. That is $2. I have number 5. That's going to go for $2. And I have number 7 going for $2. Get them all for $6. $6. I have Civil War 7. That's going to go for $2. And I have Sam Wilson, Captain America number 11, number 17, and number 24. I will do it all for $6. $6 on this set. Okay, double dinosaur. I have Daydreamers number 2. That's going to go for $2. Yeah, I got you, man. Okay. Dreamers number 2 is $2. Darkhold number 6 is $2. I have the Daredevil Annual number 8 and number 10. It's going to go for $4. I have Deathlock number 1. That is $2. I got Dazzler number 26, number 27, and number 30. That's going to go for $6. $6 on the set. And I got a Marvel Comics Presents run here. I got you. I have Marvel Comics Presents number 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, and 110. If you want them all, it is $6 for the set. Sorry, there are 6 comics here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not $6 for the set. I would do it all at not 12. I'll do it all for 10. If you want them all, it's $10. Sorry, guys. It's late and I'm feeling a little under the weather here. I have Marvel Onslaught Universe going for $2. I have Death versus Deathwalker. That's going to go for $2. JD, I got your book here. I have Death's Head 2, number 1. That's going to go for $2. And I have some Moon Knight books here. I have Mark Spector Moon Knight number 5, number 6, number 7, and number 15. If you want them all, it's $8 for the set. All right, I'm going to take down these Eastern Shin books here. If anybody wants Eastern Shin, it is going to go for $25 for all the 10 single issues or $50 for the 2 trades. You can buy Eastern Shin for me anytime, so if it doesn't work out tonight, that's okay. I don't want you guys in any kind of, who might be get into any kind of financial trouble, don't worry about that. I'm always here for you guys. This is what I do. All right. Let's fill out the rest of this. I have The Awakening number 2 going for $2. The Wicked and the Divine number 6, number 7, number 9, and number 10. $8 on the whole set. $8 on the whole set. G.I. Joe Cobra, Cobra Civil War, number 2 and number 3, $4. I have Young Blood number 1, that is $2. I have Dark Fang number 1, that is $2. I have Anne Rice's Interview with the Vampire Companion number 1, number 2, and a Vampire Lestat number 9. going for $6. Zero, number 1, and number 2 from Image Comics, $4. I have Supreme number 1, that is $2. I have Airboy number 3, number 29, going for $4. I have Badger number 55 and number 63. It's going to go for $4. And Rice's. All right, cool. And Rice. And Rice. And Rice. And Rice. Where is it? Where did I put it? There it is. 2, 4, 6. Okay. If you like vampires, I also have 30 Days of Night, Return to Barrow, number 1. And then I have Red Snow, number 1. Going for $4 for the set. It's $2 for $4. One more slot to fill here. I have Batwing number 15, number 27, and number 28, going for just $6. $6 for the set. Badger. Okay. Goes to Elena. That's awesome. Oh, are you doing the Badger mushroom? Did we actually call Badger books? It's okay if you didn't.
I think Elena actually was calling them.
Was she really calling them? I hope she was.
I don't know. If let us know.
That is the song. And I don't have any comics called Mushroom. My niece played that for me. Betcher. Oh my God, it's so annoying. Such an annoying song. Remember, she was like in 6th grade and she came over and said, "Hey, Uncle Onrie, check this out." She played the most annoying, stupid ass song I've ever heard in my life. I'm like, the hell is wrong with you? Yeah, no problem. You want the Green Lantern on 26. Got it. Gotcha. I have DC versus Vampires number 7 of 12 going for $2. What's up, JD?
Oh, I was gonna say, I love when every new generation discovers that song on the internet. It's like 50 years old, but everybody's like, "Oh my God!"
Yes, it's the greatest thing ever. Not. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, JD. I love you. I'm being such a jackass. All right, we're at the end of our show. I'm going to pitch one more book. The Prince of Power, number 2 of 4. This is going to go for $2. Now, guys, let's end tonight by seeing if we can do the double rack right now at $30. I'll give you guys 1 minute to decide if you want to take the double rack at $30. That is all of these books. All of these books right here at $30. Everything for $30. Let me know if that's something you want to do. I'll wait until 11:02 and then we're going to close out the show. Give you guys a second here to think about it. Everything on the double rack at 30. And I'll throw in the other history of the DC Universe for free. Grab it all at 30. Oh, and Pete Hurst said that he'll hook up a Harley Quinn number 1 with an EBAS variant. An EBAS variant of that for free if you buy the double rack tonight. So you guys get another comic on top of that for free. If you grab this double rack right now. All right, at 11:02, we're going to end this show. So just giving it one more second here. Think about whether or not you want to get this. All right, we don't have any takers tonight. That's no big deal. I will be back next week, guys. We did move some comics tonight. Not as many as I'd hoped, but we did the best we could. So I'll be back next week. Hopefully some of you guys will get your books by then, and then we can kind of see if we can move through the rest of this stuff again. But it's all going to be here next week, and we're going to try and mark it down like we did tonight and see if we can just dump it all. I will see you guys later. I'm going to go rest and recover and get back to shipping out books for Kickstarter. So I will see you guys next week. I love you all. Thank you for your business. Oh, 30 days. Got it. All right. Gotcha, JD.
Join the party. Head over to our Linktree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.